First and foremost, I would like to give thanks and praise to the Almighty for His continued compassion and kindness in all matters, but specifically in regard to my son, Raphael Yosef. I recently had an appointment in shop with Dr. Adzick, and if you recall, Doctor, you exclaimed in the middle of his appointment, "He's a real miracle. Some things I just can't explain." I appreciate the reminders. To have been given this opportunity to present you with this award is a real privilege. Over the few years that I've known you, I've tried my utmost to show my gratitude and appreciation for all that you've done for me. But there's really nothing I can do that would do justice. King David writes in Psalms about a man who travels through the desert or crosses the sea, which were both very dangerous trips back in the day. And he wants to show his appreciation to God for what He has done for him. King David writes, "You should thank God for His kindness and tell over His wonders to others, and through that you will show your appreciation. For when one loves someone, he wants others to love him. And when he respects someone, he wants others to respect him." So, Doctor, if you'll forgive me, if I know you're a humble man, I would like to spend just a few moments talking about you. There are many good doctors that diagnose well, and doctors that treat well. There are not many doctors that have changed the world, who have changed the world of medicine. Along the hallways of CHOP, there are a few plaques, boasting, if I may say, and rightfully so, about some of the doctors that they have on staff. Of course, one is Dr. Adzick's, and it reads, "Dr. Adzick has spent decades convincing the medical world that surgery can be done on a child in utero. There are many surgeries and procedures which are done today that have helped thousands of children, which are only done due to your relentless research and innovation. Which leads us up to what I'm sure is one of the highlights of your career, the recent culmination of a 20-year study that you told me you started in San Francisco in 1990 that showed that surgery in utero for a specific diagnosis made a significant difference to the prognosis and quality of life of these children. A gifted surgeon and a medical genius. The story that I'm about to say is from when I didn't know you so well. And over the years, I've heard from doctors that you have performed surgeries that they didn't believe humanly possible. But at the time, I didn't know that. And I came into CHOP about 2 years ago for an emergency appointment. And you were off lecturing like you do so often somewhere halfway across the globe. And I met with another world-acclaimed surgeon. The appointment lasted for about an hour and a half. And I was struck by the doctor's brilliance. So I mustered up the courage and I asked him, I said, "Tell me, doctor, what makes Dr. Adzick the premier pediatric surgeon in the world? What makes him stand head and shoulders above everyone else?" And remember, this guy was a brilliant doctor. And he tells me, "You stand in a room with Dr. Adzick, his knowledge and brilliance is humbling." Last but not least, your dedication to your patients and reality to sick children all over the world. CHOP has recently opened the SDU, the Special Delivery Unit. And women come from all over the world to give birth to children there that are not well. I think it's the only one of its kind. and it was Dr. Adzick's idea. It received staunch opposition. It would cost the hospital millions of dollars a year, along with a myriad of other reasons why it just wouldn't work. But Dr. Adzick knew that it would make a difference to the outcome of the children that would be born there. So after he was already surgeon-in-chief in Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, and that's a man that's riding on top of the world, he went back to business school to study a way to create a model that would work. That is true dedication. A few weeks ago, I came with Rabbi Fried to ask you if you'd accept the Community Service Award. When we got it from the table, you pointed to a picture hanging on the wall of your office. It was a picture of a baseball player, a pitcher. And you asked me if I knew who it was. And I said I didn't. And you said, you know, that's Sandy Koufax. He was a Jewish guy. And I admire his pursuit for perfection. Doctor, Chai Lifeline and the whole community, which means the thousands of people you see here tonight and the thousands that couldn't make it. You see, when you treat a Jewish patient in CHOP, you should know that there are thousands of people praying for your success, thousands that rejoice when things go well, and thousands that mourn when, God forbid, they don't. You see, we are one big family, and we admire your pursuit for perfection. A man of your capabilities who has dedicated his existence to helping sick children and making the world a better place to live. In the merit of what you've done for my son, in the merit of what you've done for my son, and for the thousands of children who you made such a difference to their lives, God should bless you with health and happiness, you and your family with health and happiness, and the wherewithal to continue your holy work for many years to come. It's an honor for us here to honor you with the Community Service Award. Dr. Adzick, Rabbi Scholar of the Food.
Thank you very much. I am both honored and humbled by the recognition from Chai Lifeline for my service to sick children. Thank you. The fact that Raphael Herzka has survived and is thriving is a miracle, and I certainly cannot take the credit. It is a privilege for me to strive to serve as a creative force to enhance the surgical care of children. I owe much to my mentors to teach me important lessons. For example, I learned from Dr. C. Everett Koop, my predecessor as Surgeon-in-Chief at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, that when you save the life of a child, you save a lifetime. One of my most precious pediatric surgical mentors, Dr. Judah Folkman, was the surgeon-in-chief at Boston Children's Hospital between 1968 and 1981, and thereafter he focused his brilliant mind on a pathfinding cure for cancer, and he pursued this work until his sudden death 3 years ago, sadly, at age 74. In my opinion, Dr. Folkman deserved a Nobel Prize for his work in medicine, for his research. And he taught me many things. I first met him when I was 17. He advised me through Harvard College, Harvard Medical School, 9 years of surgical training, and in my surgical practice, first in San Francisco, and then beginning in 1995 in Philadelphia. And he advised me to take the position as Surgeon-in-Chief at Children's Hospital of Philadelphia, where he had learned himself pediatric surgery many years before. Born in 1933 in Cleveland, Ohio, Judah Folkman accompanied his father, a rabbi, on many visits to see hospital patients. By age 7, he knew he wanted to be a doctor rather than follow in his father's footsteps as a rabbi, so, in his words, he could offer cures as well as comforts. When he told his father about his aspirations with some trepidation as the firstborn son of a rabbi, his father replied, "In that case, you can be a rabbi-like doctor." Judah Folkman took these words to heart. I have tried to emulate Dr. Folkman in the key elements of the art of medicine, the element of personal attention and interest, the element of true caring, the element of sincere human feeling, and the element of generosity of spirit, which are characteristics shared by Chai Lifeline. Dr. Folkman also taught me that research is crucial to the future of medicine. In his inspiring way, my most treasured teacher taught me that as long as there is an unconquered disease, an injury that cannot be repaired, or a method of prevention beyond reach, we have an obligation to perform research. Research represents hope, and for many children and families, hope is the best thing we have to offer. We pursue our investigations so that one day we can offer more than hope. We can offer health. I am so very impressed by the important work performed by Chai Lifeline. Their innumerable acts of kindness and support clearly supplements any medical care that we perform at the Children's Hospital of Philadelphia. Chai Lifeline has stood steadfastly by the sickest children in the world. We are all better for your contributions. I've been proud to be your partner in the past, and after tonight, even prouder to be your colleague and partner in the future. Thank you.
This is Rabbi Chaim Zalman Herzka, and the Dean of the Gala here in Lakewood.